Trump Derangement Syndrome Moments of the Week. First one is a TikTok from Ben & Jerry's. I actually wanted to go check to make sure this was real and I wasn't like being trolled. It's real. It's incredible. I'm going to play it all the way through and then react to my two favorite parts.
Stick to ice cream. Not gonna lie, we get this one a lot.
Yeah, we're in the ice cream business, but we've always been about much more than just ice cream. We use our power, our privilege, our platform, and our relationship with our fans to advocate for progressive social change. So no, we're not just going to stick to ice cream.
And we're never gonna stop trying to dismantle white supremacy, end the climate crisis, or fight for our democracy.
And no, we're not going to stop fighting laws that restrict trans rights, ban books, and roll back abortion protections.
Caring about that stuff, doing something about it, and supporting communities who've been directly impacted by it is part of our DNA, and it has been since we opened up our first scoop shop in Burlington, Vermont back in 1978.
Ben and Jerry were two best friends who loved making ice cream. But for them, the only reason to be in business was to do business differently.
Whether we're working with activists in St. Louis to close a racist and inhumane jail, or working to restore the right to vote for people who were formerly incarcerated in Florida, or turning up a delicious new flavor in support of refugee rights in the UK, being an activist company is who we are.
And we know our fans wouldn't want it any other way. Because while we love making the best possible ice cream in the best possible way, the world needs more than just great ice cream.
We don't pretend to always know the answers, but we partner with and take the lead from activists and allies who do. And we hope you'll join us in taking action to support them. That's just who we are and who we've been for 45 years, and that's why we'll never.
Okay, there are so many funny parts there. This is my favorite part, though, of the video.
Or turning up a delicious new flavor in support of refugee rights in the UK. Being an activist company.
I don't know if like a troll account, like the Babylon Bee or the Onion, could make that up. A flavor in support of refugees, specifically in the UK. That's like a real statement that came from Ben & Jerry's. What is happening with this video? My only other comment about the Ben & Jerry's video is obviously it's just left-wing, far left-wing lunacy. Just say that though. Just say, hey, we're a left-wing company. We're into, they say, social change, all this stuff. You're clearly not. If there a right-wing cause came along, obviously you would not be supporting that. Everybody watching that video understands exactly what you're saying. Just say you're a company for Democrats. Say far-left Democrats buy our ice cream. We'll go to the second video here.
And let me make something absolutely clear, unless it wasn't already. If you voted for Trump, you are not allowed in Mexico. You are not allowed in Cabos, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta.
It doesn't work that way.
Aguascalientes, none of that. Guess what, baby? That's all in Mexico. You don't
Thank you for telling us that. Cabo is in Mexico, everyone.
like us, we don't like you. Don't go there. Stay in your country. Figure it out. Vacation, I don't know, maybe Nebraska perhaps.
I didn't even realize this the first time. She's wearing a Yankees hat. Again, like, it's like they're trolling us, but they seem real. Like the Ben & Jerry one's for sure real. This one seems real. You're wearing a Yankees hat.
One of the red states that you love so much. Stay there. Don't have margaritas, don't have tequila, no tacos, no enchiladas, none of that for you. Stick to what you know. Maybe a burger, perhaps. No cheese.
No tacos? I think burgers are from Germany. Okay, third story here. A little bit of a curveball. I'm going to put it, though, in the same category as Trump Derangement Syndrome. I think they're very related. It's this tweet. You need to be effing serious. LMAO, I'm way out of your league. 37 million views. A woman basically trying to blast a man for being ugly. And all the comments, all the quotes, pretty much, again, 37 million is an absolute banger of a tweet for views. It's all people saying like, hey, you guys look the same. Looks matched. Y'all look like the male and female version of each other. Giants versus Cowboys. I would agree with that. I'm not even trying to be rude. I think they're just two, whatever, average looking people. I'd say I'm pretty average looking as well. But it shows that like there's such a gap between what a lot of, in this case, women perceive their like attractiveness scale to be versus what it is. And you could say, whatever, it's not that big of a problem, except the fertility rate of a lot of developed countries, USA, basically every developed country except for Israel is like the only kind of country with a high GDP per capita that's above replacement rate for like replacing children with people that are dying. Elon Musk talks about this a lot. This is such a bigger problem, by the way, than climate change. Look, so we got two different, just two different sets of data here. UN, World Bank, 2024, 2022. All these countries pretty much that are above replacement rate, which is around 2.1, are, most of them are in Africa, Middle East, and a lot of these countries, by the way, are like have a small population. I think Nigeria has a pretty big population, but like if you go down, like Israel, probably the first kind of country here with a relatively high GDP per capita that's above replacement rate. Like this is such a problem that all these countries with high GDP per capita are not at least like at the replacement rate. Like some people would say, okay, there's some limit to the amount of people. It can't be below though. Like that's terrible. You don't just want your country to wither away. And again, this barely gets talked about. So this according to this, it says population replacement 2.3, 2.3. Saudi Arabia 2.3, Panama. So some of the countries that are kind of right on the line. And if we go down, India, this is a big one, still below replacement rate, but over 1 billion people in India. France, I believe, is like the first sort of major European country, 1.8, still way below. France, though, of all like the major European countries, is doing the best, I believe, which is incredible. We got US, where's US 1.7. So that's just such a crisis. That's well below replacement rate. That's not sustainable. Something has to be done to fix it. And a huge problem of this is economics. Inflation, I mean, thank you, Biden, but inflation in general makes homes more expensive. All the money printing that occurred after '08 and after during COVID that made the wealth gap way wider. By the way, every time I say that, people think I'm a socialist sometimes. No way, I'm capitalist. That, I would argue, is socialism for rich people. But you've got a world now with like a bunch of people that have a lot of money, a lot of other people, like the 90% kind of struggling to get homes. But to be honest, I think the bigger reason is stuff like this post. It's just, I think going forward, this discussion is going to become way more of a big deal. Like Trump won. Maybe some of the politics discussion will die down a little bit. I think this might be the biggest next discussion in society. How do we get these numbers to go back on track to replacement? Because like I think honestly, people have enough money to make go of it. I know sometimes I'll debate with people on Twitter about this, but if people that earn an average salary kind of get together and figure it out, maybe you move to a smaller city, I think people can do it. It's just, it's not going to work if someone who's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 doesn't want to get with someone that's a 5 or 6 out of 10. It's never going to work. You're going to have more numbers like this. Again, this is like non-debatable stuff. These are way below replacement. 1.6, like, oh, shout out to Melania. 1.6 Netherlands. 1.6 United Kingdom. Canada, 1.5. Germany, 1.5. I think over 80 million people there. And again, like a country with high GDP per capita. Finland, 1.4. Spain, 1.3. You got some down here that are like very low. Like, yeah, Japan. Where's Japan? 1.3. But South Korea, 0.9. So, I mean, this is just a lot of these countries that are like pretty developed, pretty wealthy, have such a humongous problem with regard to fertility rate. Okay, back to the videos. Tom Homan with a great response to this person here.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
So, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down.
So now Tom Homan responds to this.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
Well, he's wrong. He's going back to Haiti.
By the way, I wouldn't mind seeing these whole thug life things come back.
Is it on? Okay. I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So, if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man, and do I get to choose what I do with my body?
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job.
So you remember these? And then they put like the graphics over them. They were big in 2016, the whole thug life thing. I would love this to come back. But anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Maybe I'll make this like a weekly thing, kind of try to gather the biggest Trump Derangement Syndrome Moments of the week and then make a video. But yeah, with that said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.